Hey, good morning, and welcome to Thriving Mindfully, 6 months to 60. This is something that I decided to do yesterday. Today is June the 22nd, and the first lesson it's that I'm sharing, because there's 60 lessons that I'm going to share over the next 6 months. This first lesson, vulnerability, I still have some stuff that I want to say, and it came out yesterday in my journal about vulnerability. And what came out was, and I'm just taking it straight from my journal, is that vulnerability is a choice and a willingness to be curious about and honestly acknowledge what's happening inside of myself, emotionally, spiritually, what's happening outside of myself, physically, what's happening with other people, and sharing it with myself first. First, acknowledging it honestly to myself, and then doing that despite any fears that I might have. And then if I can, taking another step and sharing it with others. Vulnerability is not often celebrated in our society. I have discovered over the last 59 years, as I move towards 60, that vulnerability is one of my strengths. It's one of the things that keeps me real. And so today, during the first 30 minutes of my tennis lesson here at Banneker, as you can see, that's where I'm at, I was resisting being vulnerable with myself. I haven't practiced all week. I didn't have a lesson with my coach. I didn't practice with my tennis partners, and I didn't do anything at home with my muscle memory, with serving, anything. I just chose not to do it. I could have come to the courts and hit balls myself. I could have reached out to some folks, but I didn't. So consequently, I got on the court today. In the first 30 minutes, I was mad at myself, and I wasn't being honest. I wasn't being vulnerable, and I wasn't acknowledging to myself what I had and had not done. And about on the 30-minute mark of the class, I realized you got to tell yourself the truth. And I said it out loud. I just haven't practiced all week, and it shows. And then that was me being vulnerable with myself, and I said it out loud. Other people heard me. Not that you have to do that. And then I followed up by giving myself grace. And I also acknowledged how frustrated I was that I'm still going to be in the beginner class that starts in 2 weeks. This has been, 2 full years of being in beginner classes, and my goal was, and still is, to move into the intermediate by the fall. And so I'm aware of the pressure that I put on myself, and I'm also aware of how I sabotage myself when I don't practice. And that's being vulnerable. It's being real, and it's keeping me honest. So those are just some reflections on vulnerability in my life. What does vulnerability look and feel like to you? Is it something that you're comfortable with? I'm not always comfortable with it. But it's something that I know that it's a muscle that I've got to exercise more and more and more and more and more, because stuff happens in life, and it impacts us. It impacts me. So that's Thriving Mindfully, 6 months to 60. If you'd like to learn more about me and my journey as a Thriving Mindfully coach, an author, an artist, a human design doula, go to AnandaLeeke.com, click About, or go to AnandaLeeke.com/about, and you'll learn about my journey from a stressed out lawyer and investment banker to a woman that decided to go on a healing journey, which is never ending. And in that process, I developed a passion for and a practice of different self-care modalities, and got certified in them, and here I am. So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, go to AnandaLeeke.com. You can learn about human design, It's a self-empowerment tool. I use in from the inside out, empowerment tool that you can use to make better decisions in your life. Check out AnandaLeeke.com/human design. And then if you are going through death, loss, and grief, I'm offering every single month a Grief in You retreat. The next one is June 29th and 30th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. Go to AnandaLeeke.com/events. Okay, I'm done with my infomercials, my Ananda commercials. Have a beautiful day, and I love to hear what vulnerability looks like in your life.